This is KCBD News Channel 11 at 6.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us.
More than a dozen registered sex offenders are living too close to children. That's according to the Lamesa Police Department. The chief there tells us that 19 residents received notices stating that they were in violation of the city's code of ordinances.
KCBD News Channel 11's investigative reporter Shaley Sanders joins us now with more on why there's now a lawsuit. Shaley?
Karen and Abner, I spoke with registered sex offenders who told me the Lamesa Police Department gave them a 90-day notice to move out or face a fine of up to $500 a day. The residents said the notice came as a shock because the very department who told them to move out initially gave them the okay to move in. Eugene Gaspar has spent a lot of time in prison, first as an inmate.
I've had a sentence of 14 years.
Now as a volunteer.
I am a TDCJ, a volunteer certified chaplain.
Gaspar says his life changed significantly in his third year behind bars.
And there's a lot of volunteers from Lamesa that just come in and show us God's love. And because of them is why I'm here today, only because of them.
It's a message he now shares with inmates who are serving their sentences in the same unit where he served his.
Only God can change your heart like that.
Gaspar says his family decided to purchase a home in Lamesa about 2.5 years ago. But as a registered sex offender, Gaspar faces restrictions.
It's not easy for someone on the registry to find a place to live, period.
Mary Sue Molnar is the founder and executive director of Texas Voices for Reason and Justice, a volunteer organization that provides support for sex offenders and their families.
So there's no statewide residency restriction law, but the law allows individual cities and towns to impose ordinances.
In 2009, the city of Lamesa adopted this ordinance, which states sex offenders cannot live within 1,000 feet of any premises where children commonly gather, including but not limited to a school, daycare facility, playground, park, ballpark, youth center, swimming pool, video arcade facility, or church.
One person goes to register at his local law enforcement agency or wherever he's required to register. If you are living in a child-safe zone where a city already has an ordinance, they won't approve your registration.
To make sure he could purchase the home his family wanted, Gaspar says he went to the Lamesa Police Department.
And I told them, can you check the map and make sure that I'm in compliance, because I'm not going to spend $150,000, $200,000 on a home when I can't live there. And they came back and told me yes, that I was in compliance and that everything was good. I bought the home and remodeled it, and then when I was fixing to move in, then I went again and made sure. I'm fixing to register, is it okay? Yes, it's okay.
Gaspar says he is registered at the Lamesa Police Department every 90 days for the past 2 years with no problem, until now.
There's a new guy there, he registered me, he said, oh, I gotta give you this notice. The notice said that the Lamesa Police Department had an audit done and that we were out of compliance, and that we had 90 days to resolve.
The Lamesa Police Department confirms Gaspar is one of 19 sex offenders who received the notice.
And they led these men to believe that they were fine living in that particular location. And they come back years later and say, never mind, never mind. What they should have done is grandfathered them in.
Gaspar hired an attorney, and they filed this lawsuit against the city of Lamesa and the police chief.
I'm not fighting that ordinance at all. I think the ordinance is great. If that's what the city wants to do, you know, that's great. I'm arguing that they told me I could live there, and now they're telling me I can't.
Gaspar said his deadline to move out is on October 12th. I went to Lamesa and attempted to speak with city leaders, elected officials, and the police chief. No one would comment due to pending litigation. We will keep you updated on what the judge decides in Gaspar's case. Karen and Abner.
Thank you, Shaley.